Hello everybody, this is Brian Bray from Missouri River Regional Library in Jefferson City, Missouri. Another glorious day we have here. Today we're going to talk about cyber safety, online safety. A lot of this is common sense, but it's always good to go through it again. First thing you need to do is encrypt your network connection. Then most popular sites already have this. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, you see that lock. When you see the HTTPS and you see that lock, that means it's encrypted. If you don't see it, it's not encrypted. It does cost money to do this, so a lot of your regular websites will not do this, but if it's a website where you have to purchase something, you want to make sure that lock is there. The Electronic Frontier Foundation has HTTPS everywhere. You can find an extension for Firefox browsers if you need it. Tech Support Alert site lists free encryption programs for Windows. Again, if you need it. For iOS devices, you need to go to the Apple support site. Apple is a different animal altogether, which is fine. Okay, let's move on here, folks. Encrypt private information stored in the cloud. Okay, use a free VPN for public Wi-Fi. I even use a VPN here at home when I want to hook up to the library servers. And I'm at home, I use a private network, not my normal network that I'm using now. So if you look at this example, you have you on your computer doing great things, but you have an unsecure connection. Well, then hackers, the government, or whatever can steal your information as it flies through the cloud. So any personal information you have on Facebook, in your email, on YouTube, Google, Facebook, it doesn't matter what it is, Instagram, they can take it. But with a VPN host, your data will be stuck in a tunnel, and it will be less likely that hackers or somebody from the government, any government, can get in. You can find free VPNs. Just type it in to dogpile.com, and they'll bring up some free VPNs for you. Now, especially since most of us are stuck at home, and thank you for those essential workers and people who still have to work, thank you. Hackers are stuck at home as well. So instead of doing the normal hacking stuff, they get bored too. So then they start hacking smaller sites. Don't make life easy on hackers. Make sure your firewall is up. Make sure your antivirus is up to date. Most Microsoft systems have programs you can use to make your computer safer. Make sure you have malware bytes on your computer. Do things to make your computer safe. It's not hard to do. Snoopers. If you got people who are just going around looking, go to your email settings and disable images in your email, so images will not pop up on your email. Unless you have a highly encrypted computer or you're using a VPN, you probably don't want images in your email. What I just said a minute ago, anti-malware, malware bytes. Put that on your computer, perform a manual virus scan by using malware bytes and anti-virus malware. When you do virus scans, make sure you only have one program on your computer at a time. They tend to look at each other as viruses and try to knock each other out. Be careful of attachments in your email. If you do not recognize the email, please do not open that attachment. You could be setting free some kind of virus, some kind of malware, some kind of Trojan. And if you had a work situation, you could be compromising everybody's email or even the servers at work. If you're not sure what it is, don't open it. If you're at work and you're not sure what it is, call the IT department. Have them look at it. It's always better safe than sorry. Destroy old data. I went back to that. Sorry. Destroy old data. If you got stuff on your computer and you don't need it, get rid of it. Not only does it take up space that you will need, it just gives information for hackers to look into. You don't want old stuff on your computer, destroy it. Another good thing to do is to get a backup hard drive, plug it into your computer, shift your data over to this hard drive, and that way it's not on your main hard drive. And you can also carry it around and plug it into many different computers. Protecting your passwords. Use strong, unique passwords. Do not use 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, your child's names. I know it's hard to put a different password on each thing you're on because there are so many things you're on, but try to do it if you can. You can use a password manager to keep your passwords safe and organized if you can't remember. Sign up to legitimate accounts only, things that you know, places that you know. I was going to order an oximeter that my doctor wanted, and I found a whole bunch of them, but they were sold out because everybody's buying them now. And I found some sites that still had them on there. I did not recognize these sites. Doesn't mean that they were fake, but I was thinking, why are these sites still up and everybody else is sold out? Use common sense. When you're done with a site, log out. We're all guilty of this. I'm guilty of this too. Log out. All of this is common sense. You know what you're doing. Use social media and email safely. Make your profile private. I say that, but my profiles are not private, and I probably shouldn't be putting it out there. But because I do teaching in classes and stuff, I want people to have access to my profiles. I have nothing on my profiles that people can really use because I know some of the tricks or a lot of the tricks that people use to hack. So they're not going to get much from my profile, but it is always good to make them private and keep your information, address, phone number, city and that. It's up to you, but try to keep it as private as possible. Think about what you post before you do it on there. Don't post something that's going to be compromising or something stupid that can affect your job. Or if you're taking a picture, make sure your address on your house isn't on there. Make sure there isn't a license plate in the picture. Anything that can give people a chance to jump on jump on what you're doing, where you live, find out, you're making it easier in hackers is what I'm trying to say. There's games on Facebook that say, what's the first concert you went to? And stuff like that. Probably shouldn't play them because a lot of times on security sites, one of the questions they ask you is, what's the first concert you went to? And you say Billy Joel, and then on Facebook you say Billy Joel, and then the hacker goes, hey, it's Billy Joel. Sometimes hackers create these games on Facebook for this purpose. Review posts that you are tagged in before approving them. You can do this on most social media sites. You go to settings. You say, I want to approve anything I'm tagged in before you let it go through. Never give out personal information on people you meet online. I've met a lot of people online. I have a lot of great friends that I met online, and I've been friends for years. But when you first meet somebody, don't just start handing out personal information. It's hard to know who you're talking to online. That's the same thing as using caution when you meet somebody online. They may not be who you think they are. It's like when you play these virtual games and you're playing against people you don't know. They may be posing as a guy, and it's really a woman playing a guy. Does that matter? No. But it is an example of you don't know who you're talking to online sometimes. Use gender neutral names when you're playing these games or when you're online. And again, don't open emails or attachments from people you don't know. All common sense. Using safe sites and networks. Use your intuition on sites. If it looks fake, it very well could be. Don't click on it. Clear your browsing history often. So if you're on Google, Firefox, Safari, whatever, usually in the right-hand corner, they have either dots or lines that you can click on, and it will allow you to clear your browsing history. Don't let it sit there for other people to see. Do online shopping with encrypted sites. You saw that lock at the beginning of this lesson. Look for that S, HTTPS, and then that lock. It's safer to go online on a computer than it is using an app. There are a lot of fake apps. I tried to shop at Christmas one time and I downloaded somebody's app and it looked just like Target. It wasn't Target. Very careful. I'm not saying you can't use apps, but you got to be very, very careful. Try to use private Wi-Fi networks, never public ones. If you're going to access your bank account, if you're going to order things. Some people don't have computers, so you're at the library or somewhere else. Libraries are more secure than a lot of places, so that's a good place to go. Make sure you have a firewall on all home networks, not homework networks, but home networks. Make sure your software is up to date. Don't be lazy. Social media. We talked about this earlier. We all love, well, I won't say all. I love social media. I met a lot of good people on social media. I've done a lot of good things on social media. There are bad things out there. So again, be careful sharing your information. You don't know who you're talking to. Be careful opening links. Be careful posting games. You don't know who's out there. Make sure your privacy is set on the correct settings. Be cautious of friends requests from people you don't know. If somebody on Facebook gives you a friend request, go look at their page. If you can't see it, reject it. If they don't have a picture, avatar, reject it. See what their page is. Again, use bare minimum for contact information. And again, watch what you post. And you can go through this lesson again. You can see here, this is super fake. There's nothing there, and there's no picture. Do not sit there and post that you're leaving the city or heading out for the day. That tells people you're not home. Again, there's an address on the house. Even though it doesn't say what city, it's not hard to figure out. You gave a picture of your house with the address. I can find it. Top internet scams. You got phishing scams. We've all heard of Nigerian scam. I don't know why it works. It does. Greeting card scams. Oh, we got a bank loan or credit card loan for you. No. Lottery. Just all sorts of different scams. Fake news scams, fake shopping websites, loyalty points or phishing scams. There's just so much out there. You got to be really careful. Okay, that's it for keeping yourself online. My name is Brian Bray. My email address is brayb@mrrl.org. You can take that pound sign out. I'm not sure why it's there. I will take it out later. If you need to get a hold of me, just brayb@mrrl.org if you have questions. There's a picture of me, and that is not my cat. So everybody, have a safe, wonderful day. Be sweet to other people. Be nice to yourself. Take care of your neighbors and your animals. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.